G'day football fans and welcome to another wheel challenge. This one is the wheel of Serie A teams, a league I absolutely love watching. I was watching, on the weekend I watched On the weekend I watched Salernitana Lecce, AC Milan Napoli and the Atalanta game. Who did Atalanta play? Whoever Atalanta played at the weekend. Top of my head, can't remember. My knowledge isn't quite as good as it is with the Premier League in basically any other league, I guess. Like growing up in Australia in like the early 2000s, there wasn't really anything else to watch. Like there was Premier League. The A-League only started, like the Australian Football League only started in 2005 or 6 or something like that. I can't remember to be honest, but around that sort of time. So there wasn't really that to watch here. There was Premier League on TV. There was Champions League on TV. That's sort of what I grew up watching. So that's where my passion is. But growing up, I've had a lot of Football Manager experience, a lot of FIFA experience, and as I've come into adulthood, found ways to watch things, if you can understand what I'm trying to say. So I wanted to start out by saying I apologise, firstly, that it's not going to be flawless. I'm probably going to get things wrong. I'm probably going to pronounce people's names wrong. That's definitely going to be a thing. And if we don't win anything, well, I mean, that's probably par for the course in one of these videos, really. Beyond this, we'll probably do the same sort of thing with Bundesliga and La Liga, Liga, that sort of thing, just to, branch out a bit and try some more new things, basically. Before we take our first spin, I'll just explain the concept to you, anyone who hasn't watched one of these as yet. We're going to spin this wheel 11 times. We're going to get 2 players from each team that it lands on. I will remove any team that we get once we've got them, so we can't get Inter Milan 6 times, that sort of thing. We can get each team once, 2 players from each team, put them into Football Manager, see if we can win a Serie A title, basically. The first one we do, which we're about to get into, we'll also grab their coach. That'll be the club that we play with. And hopefully, we got to hope that it's one of the better teams, because then they get the better funding, they get the better coach, they get the better fan base, that sort of stuff, I suppose. Or fan base monetarily wise is what I mean. I'm not saying that, Salernitana fans are less passionate, I don't know. And lastly, just before our first spin, I'll just remind you to please leave us a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. First spin is probably the most important one. Hopefully we get a good team, someone that I know the coach of would be very good. That would really help me out. We're getting Salernitana. Watched them at the weekend. Davide Nicola, I don't know. I did like how passionate he seemed, and I thought they played pretty well, to be fair. But let's head over to the official Serie A website, see their squad, see who we choose. Here we are then, looking at the Salernitana squad, and having just watched them, there's a couple of people I have in mind. I thought, on the weekend, Frank Ribery didn't play. You can see here he's only played 1 match this season. Was it Piatek is here? Yeah, Piatek seemed an obvious option. Boulaye Dia has been very good this season, from what they were saying in the commentary and from what I watched as well. So I might go with Boulaye Dia. And then, who's going to be good on Football Manager for us? Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. This is tough already, because this is one of the clubs that, I don't know an incredible amount about. Oh, I know Tony Vilhena. Well, that's how I'd say his name anyway, Tony Vilhena. Obviously no Frank Ribery, but he's 50 years old, so why would we? I feel like Matteo Lovato becomes good on Football Manager, but if we're doing it first season... Oh, hang on. One of them just got called up for Italy as well. I think it's Mazzocchi. I think he just got called up in the Italian squad. Let me double check that, because I think it's him, and we'll take him if that's who it is. And it is. So he plays on the left-hand side of their, defense, midfield. It's on the weekend anyway. They were playing a 3 at the back with their wide backs. He was on the left-hand side of that, and he's been called up for Italy for how good he's been doing this season. So why not reward him even further? Which would, as a professional footballer, what would you prefer more? A call-up for your national side, or being selected on Dylan on the Ball video? It's hard to choose. Anyway, we're going with Boulaye Dia and Pasquale. Pascal? Oh, man. This is what I mean. I'm so sorry, honestly, about the pronunciations. They're just going to be wrong. We're going with Mazzocchi. Alrighty, spin number 2. Salernitana are off the list. Who are we going with next? Hopefully one of the biggest sides, so we can start to get a good side. And we do. We get Napoli. That is a good get. Alrighty, Napoli, one of the teams, I mean fairly obviously, that we would know a bit more about, have a bit more of a knowledge base on. Looking at their squad, as far as, so because it's Football Manager 22, it's who would have been good at the start of last season. So I feel like Victor Osimhen has got to be the go. And then, maybe Zielinski? Giovanni Di Lorenzo would be good too. Maybe it was Napoli. Did I watch Napoli on weekend? Yeah, Napoli faced Milan. This fella, Min Jae Kim, I thought he was fantastic on the weekend. Very, very good game to watch. Alright, we're going to go with Zielinski. I feel like going with Osimhen and Zielinski are pretty safe bets. And they should hopefully start to lead us more towards the top end of the table. Spin number 3, here we go. Who are we going to get with spin number 3? It's going to be one of the teams I know nothing about. I could not, off the top of my head, tell you a thing about Monza. So I'm hoping as we're looking at the Monza squad, I'm hoping that I just recognize some names and we can go with those, basically. Because off the top of my head, there's a lot of players here that I just don't know. I honestly just do not know. I know Petagna, because he was at Napoli previously, I believe. I feel like I know, there was one up here. Vignato sounds familiar. Sensi, that's who I was thinking of, Stefano Sensi. Nico Ravella, I feel like he's another one that gets very good on Football Manager. Pablo Mari, that's the fella who, in quotation marks, played for Arsenal. Alrighty, we're going with my, look, not great knowledge. It's a struggle. Oh man, it's tough. We're going to go with Sensi in midfield. And because I don't want to cheat and like Google it or look at them on, look at them on the editor and just pick someone who looks good. I gotta go off what I know. Just my own integrity, really, more than impressing you guys or anything like that. We're gonna go with Nicola Ravella. I know we're filling out our midfield a hell of a lot already, having picked Sensi, Zielinski, and Ravella, but I feel like when you get a club like Monza, you have to sort of just try and pick the best players there are. It's like getting Brentford in the Premier League. We're not going to pick someone who fills a need. We're going to pick, the best player. We're going to pick Ivan Toney, Anyway, next spin. At least Monza are off the list now. We can hopefully get someone we know a bit more about, like AC Milan. That is absolutely perfect. Fantastic. Here we go. Alrighty, looking at Milan. It's a very good team. Feel like there's a few very, very good options, a few people that maybe we should definitely be taking. Looking at it, I mean, at least it's a side I know much more about from my perspective. I really like Pobega. I can't remember, I don't think he took part against Napoli at the weekend, but the weekend prior, they played away somewhere and he was sensational. Anyway, we're going to go with Tomori at the back, because I know I've definitely had him before and he's turned out to be absolutely fantastic on Football Manager. And then do we go, if it was FIFA, we'd have to go Magnan. Magnon? I can't say it, dang it. Anyway, I think I saw the FIFA ratings of FIFA 23 and he's the best rated player in the Serie A, which seems a bit ridiculous, but also, I mean, he's quite good, isn't he? Alrighty, what do we go? So we've got Fikayo Tomori. Let's go. So we've already got Osimhen and Buledia. Nah, let's go quality. Let's go Rafael Leao. Had him in my, as you would have, if you're a fan of the channel, you'd have seen in our Manchester United rebuild on Football Manager. He was an absolute superstar. We spent way too much money on him, but he absolutely repaid that and was just sensational. Alrighty, spin number 5. Let's get it spinning. Let's get some more quality players, round out this side. We are getting Hellas Verona. I'm going to be honest, top of my head, not much comes to mind. I mean, what came to mind was Giovanni Simeone, and he's left. So, we'll have to have a look at the squad. Alrighty, looking at the Hellas Verona. Again, I'm so sorry about the pronunciations, honestly. We are looking at, I mean, we're pretty good in midfield. So midfield we might need to avoid. Even though, I was tempted to go with Illich, because I'm sure he was on loan from Manchester City at one stage. I don't know if they've sold him now or something like that, but I feel like Kevin Lasagna is a solid option, and delicious sounding. Kevin Lasagna. So we're going with Lasagna as one of our options, and then don't know much about any of these defenders, to be honest with you. I feel like we might need to go with one. Obviously, I know of Aiden Hrustic. In fact, if he's been called up, I might be seeing him tonight. I'm recording this at, it's 1:30 on a Thursday, and tonight at 8 o'clock, Australia's playing New Zealand in Brisbane, so I'm able to head there. So I'll see you there, players, or will have seen you there. You're not watching. Anyway, who are you going to get? Man, it's tough. It's very, very tough for me. I don't really know much about a lot of them, but let me know if I'm making the wrong picks. But I'm going with Davide Faraoni. I don't know which side of defense he plays on, but I've gone with, a decent amount of experience. He'd be 30, almost 31. Or, in Football Manager, when we started, he'll only be 29 because it was a year ago. But I feel like, look, we just need people who play. We just need people who are decent enough, can do a job, hopefully, with the quality of, like, Sensi, Zielinski, Tomori, Leao, Osimhen. We'll be right. You know what I mean? Alrighty, spin number 6, the halfway mark of our side. Look, we're not looking brilliant, I'll be honest. And we're heading to Sassuolo, who I'm glad they turned out green. Sassuolo easily would have loved to pick Locatelli, gone. Raspadori, gone. Scamacca, gone. Alrighty, looking at the side, I do actually know a fair bit about a few of them, because I think a few years ago, maybe a couple of years ago, I did have a Sassuolo season going on Football Manager, obviously before the YouTube channel started, and a number of these players were pretty decent for me. Berardi is a very obvious answer, and we will go with Berardi, because at this point we don't really have a right winger, so we're going with Berardi. He's also probably their best player, really. Then who else do we go with? Lacking goalkeeper and centre-back, really. And looking at them, I think we go with... Do we go with 30-year-old, or I guess he'll be 29 in the game, Ferrari? Because Mulder's a right back, Rogerio's a left back. Oh, I think Kanayan was better, actually. For some reason, I just wasn't even looking at him. I think he was quite good. Let's go with him, because in that Football Manager save I had, which was, now, look, two games ago, two FIFA Football Manager cycles ago, but he was quite good, and I ended up selling him for quite a lot of money. So that's who we're going to go with. So we've gone with Domenico Berardi and Khan Ayan from Sassuolo. Spin number 7 underway. Who are we going to this time? Is it Roma? It looks like it. That's good news. Surely. Alrighty, we are looking at Jose Mourinho's side. Do we go... I do like Rick Karsdorp. Maybe we go with him for a right back. Spinazzola also a great option. We'll just... last year he would have had his injury, so we'll get rid of that. And then... they have Dybala now. Alright, we're getting Dybala. That's clutch. That's great. If we were picking last year's teams, we wouldn't be getting him. Do we get... I feel like Lorenzo Pellegrini is like the clear option that we should be getting. But maybe because we need more more defenders, we get like a Spinazzola. Yeah, that's... You know what? That's the way we're going to go. We are going to get Spinazzola, remove that injury. Was that last year or was that 2 years ago now? It would have been last year because it was after the delayed Euros, right? Or it was in the Euros that he got injured. Anyway, we've gone with Spinazzola and Paulo Dybala. Surely can't go wrong with those options, right? Alrighty, Roma off the list. Up to spin number 8. Only the 3 more after this one. And we are going to Lazio. Who've Lazio got? All I can think of is Luis Alberto and Pedro. I know there's more. Here we are then looking at the Lazio squad. A number of very decent options. Jeez, Immobile's having a good season, isn't he? 5 goals already. I've noticed we haven't got a goalkeeper yet. So a goalkeeper would be great. I'm not sure any of these are the way to go. So I don't know how good Providel is. I feel like one easy answer is Alessio Romagnoli, because we've got Tomori, Kanayan, maybe Faraoni, I'm not sure. And then I'd love a winger. Maybe Felipe Anderson's the way to go? Or Milinkovic Savic, surely. Yeah, we got to go Milinkovic Savic. So we're taking Milinkovic Savic and Alessio Romagnoli, building out the side with a lot of quality. Now we're getting, we've got, 3 more spins? Yeah, 3 more spins. We've got to hope to get defenders, like 2 more defenders, 2 goalkeepers, and 2 wingers, maybe. We'll see how we go. Alrighty, here we go. Spin number 9 underway. Whose keeper are we going to get? Basically, great. That is a great option. Handanovic, surely. So, looking at Inter Milan, I personally absolutely adore Nico Barella. Nicola Barella is so good on the ball. He's so hardworking. I'm a huge fan of him. We just don't need him. We've got too many midfielders already. We need like a winger, which isn't really an option, but we could get like a Lautaro Martinez to round out the side, which I feel like probably helps just about anyone. Or, I mean, we need a keeper. They've got great centre-back options as well, like Skriniar, De Vrij, Bastoni. Great wide-back options like Dumfries. Damian's decent. DeMarco's decent. Oh, this is tough now. Oh, Onana. Maybe we'll get Andre Onana. Oh, now it's getting tough because we've got so many good options in different places. All right. I've made my decision. It may not be the right one. I may do this wrong. What we're going to go with, instead of a goalkeeper, we're going to get Lautaro Martinez to round out our attacking options. Maybe even still one short of an attacking option, but we're also going to get Milan Skriniar. It just feels right. It feels like we're building such a strong squad that we had to go with the quality of those players. It does leave us now. We've got 2 spins left and we've got to get both our first choice and backup keepers from those last 2 teams. So we've got to hope to get, decent enough sides. We're then probably only then short maybe a wide back and a wide midfielder, which is pretty good. Alrighty, spin number 10. Who are we getting? Someone with a good goalkeeper or Spezia. Spezia will do, I suppose. Alrighty, here we are looking at the Spezia squad. We're going to take Dragowski because we do need to start to get goalkeepers. So Dragowski is one of our goalkeepers. Hopefully not our first choice, but we will see. And our other option, because I know we're a bit short at right back and I know a little bit about this guy, we're going to go with Kelvin Amian. I feel like he played for Toulouse and maybe Napoli he was at recently. One of those. I know he's a French right back. I know who he is. We're going to go with him because I feel like that fills a pretty obvious hole in what we've been building. Alrighty, last spin, hoping for a top class keeper and a winger. And we get Juve. Get in there. Alrighty, looking at their squad, we need a keeper. Our options being Szczesny, Perrine, basically. One of those two. I think Szczesny will probably be better in Football Manager, so we're going to go with Szczesny. Even though I know, Perrine's been sort of taking over and playing a bit more. Might be through injury though, because I don't know. And then we'd need an attacking player. And I think we go with Federico Chiesa. Like, we need an attacking wide player. Vlahovic is the obvious answer because he is very, very good. I get that, but I think we go with Chiesa because we can get rid of his injury and basically have the best form of him. I also really like Fabio Muriati. I think he's been fantastic. I think because of the rest of the midfielders they have, like Locatelli and Rabiot and even now Paredes, it's meant that Muriati has been pushed too far forward for what I think he's good at. I'd really like to see him be more of the holder because I think he looks really, really good, basically. Anyway, guys, that is the end of our last spin. I'll put this together now, put it into the Football Manager editor. I'll see you shortly. Alrighty, we are back, and here is the squad. It is Dragowski and Szczesny, our 2 Polish goalkeepers. Our defenders all through is Alessio Romagnoli, Fikayo Tomori, Milan Skriniar, Kelvin Amian, Pasquale Mazzocchi, Kanayan, Davide Farioni, who I'm very proud that I got right, that he's a right back. Leonardo Spinazzola, round out the back line or defensive options. Midfield, it's then Stefano Sensi, Nicola Ravella, who I didn't realise was that young. I thought he was like 21, 22 to be honest. Milinkovic Savic, Federico Chiesa, Piotr Zielinski, Buladia, Paulo Dybala, Rafael Leao, Domenico Berardi. Strikers are Victor Osimhen, Kevin Lasagna, and Lautaro Martinez. Looking at it right now, I think we did a fantastic job, to be honest. We were probably a bit lucky with some of the spins, but I think we've done a fantastic job. I'm going to now put this one into Football Manager, see what the squad prediction is before we go ahead and simulate, see how we go. Here we are then, we have started up. Our manager this time is Carl McDuck, the great man. Let's head over to, if we click Serie A, where are we? We're 12th there because, that isn't the prediction, that's alphabetical order. You'll notice it is last year's teams, so Venezia are still there, that sort of stuff, because it is FIFA 22. Anyway, season preview, how do they think we're looking? 7th. I think we're going to do better than 7th, to be honest. Looking at that team, why does it say Koulibaly? Is he on loan there? On loan from Udinese. Whoops. Terminate loan. Bye. Does it still say it? Still has him there. Alright, ignore that. Ignore that it says Koulibaly. They reckon we're going to come 7th. We're rich apparently, which is great. We're rich in friends, really. If you look at this team, we're rich in friends. And I think we're set for a title tilt, really. Again, I very much apologise for my terrible pronunciations, my lack of knowledge in the league. But make sure to leave us a like, subscribe if you're new, if you made it this far. I'd very, very much appreciate it. Let's sim through and see how we get on. I'm going to predict 4th. I'm going to predict we get Champions League football. We finish 4th because I think we've built a pretty good team. Alrighty boys, here we are. We are ready to go. It is the 26th of May. For whatever reason, we've gone a few days in the future. Carl McDuck looking stunning. Let's see how we've gone. We'll click straight on the Serie A. 3rd. Okay, 3rd is pretty damn good. I'll take 3rd. I predicted 4th. I think the preseason prediction had a 7th. So to have finished 3rd, that's pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that effort. Let's see how we went all up. I mean, we got the most clean sheets, or the keeper with the most clean sheets anyway. Davide Nicolas still at the helm. As for our squad, we've loaned in a couple of players. We've also loaned out Carnayan and Kevin Lasagna. Leao, for some reason, is available for our under-20s, even though he's fantastic. Don't really understand that one. Who's played well? Milinkovic-Savic is the best. Romagnoli, Skriniar, Szczesny, Leao when he played. Lautaro played well, though he's injured at the moment. They brought in Sebastian Zemansky. Anyone else? Ravella played a lot more than I thought he would. He just about started every game. Anyone not play that much? I didn't sign either of those players, so they brought those two in. Berardi didn't play. Played once off the bench. Probably I think it'll end up being that they're playing the 3 at the back. So because of the formation they're playing, it's meant that someone like, where is he? Domenico Berardi has been absolutely wasted. Chiesa barely played as well because he doesn't really fit anywhere in that system, though he would make a good central midfielder or like even a right wing back, I suppose. Like, I don't know why you would, but I guess it'd work. Anything else weird? No, so those are the 2 players that they've loaned out, both to Southern American teams. In terms of incomings, wow, they've done a few deals, haven't they? So they've done, Gasparo has come in and done nothing. I don't know why they loaned him in. Ruggeri has come in, barely played. Don't know why they loaned him in. Oh, I suppose they needed another left back, didn't they? That makes sense. Dragusin, don't know how to say it. Butchering it. He played a little bit. Probably needed another centre back if they're playing with 3. Carlo Milano, midfielder, did nothing. Don't know why they brought him in. Luis La Rocca, centre back, didn't play once. Why have they done this? Goalkeeper. I mean, I guess you could probably want a 3rd goalkeeper. Another midfielder, don't need him. Could have just used Chiesa. Rosas? I was going to say Rojas. Rosas, another right back. I guess that makes sense, sure. And Zemansky, who they paid a lot of money for. And I mean, he was pretty decent for them, in all fairness. So I mean, quite a good season. Who scored the goals? Martinez got 12. Not many goals. That's not a lot. Only 8 goals for Victor Osimhen, which is a bit strange. Only 6 goals for Paulo Dybala, only 1 assist for him as well. Pretty shocking. At the end of the day, I think what's let us down is the formation. And that's not a criticism of the manager necessarily. It may be a criticism of me, and maybe I should have... I mean, obviously I watched them at the weekend. I know they play that 3 at the back formation. Maybe I should have tried to build more for that. Not picking players like Rafael Leao and Berardi, picking more players that suit the system, basically. But I'm not sure how much of a difference it would have made. I mean, coming 3rd behind... Who did you finish behind? Juve and Atalanta, which is pretty impressive. Them finishing 2nd, that's pretty impressive, because you'd think it would have been, one of the Milan teams. But at the end of the day, we finished 3rd. We've done rather well, really. How did we go in the cup? We'll check that as well. We made it to the 3rd round and got knocked out by Atalanta, one of the couple of teams better than us. I mean, not a great period through December. February and March weren't brilliant to us, and the end of the season was pretty not great as well. Were we close in the league? Not close at all to the title, but I mean, close to finishing 2nd. It's a good effort. We've exceeded expectations. I exceeded my own personal expectation of how well I would do trying to build a Serie A team. And hopefully I haven't butchered too many names too terribly. Anyway guys, that'll wrap up today's video. We'll do another one of these that weekend. We'll probably do Bundesliga next. Make sure you leave us a like, subscribe if you're new around here, comment down below what you thought of it, how bad my pronunciations were, who I should have picked differently, because I'd love to know. I've probably got a lot of it wrong. Also comment down below any other suggestions you might have. If you want to see more Serie A, more, I don't know, a different kind of wheel rebuild. Maybe you want to see wheel of jersey numbers or something like that. I don't know. Let me know, basically. Until next time, when we go again in search of just another title. More titles, really. That's what we want. Peace.